The question says which of the following has the least dipole moment? Minimum dipole moment. Okay. 4 molecules are given here. Always keep in mind. If a molecule in which the central element is having regular geometry, its dipole moment will always be 0. Regular geometry, dipole moment will always be 0. And if, important point, if the central element is having lone pair, okay, if the central element is having lone pair, its dipole moment will always be non-zero. Okay, always keep in mind, higher the number of lone pair, or the central element, higher is the dipole moment. Okay, so now we can determine the number of lone pairs, and based on this we can determine the polarity also. You can see nitrogen forming 3 bonds means it is having 1 lone pair. Okay, it is having 1 lone pair. Okay, carbon is forming 4 bonds, it does not carry any lone pairs. In this case, sulfur is the central element. You can see sulfur dioxide is there, sulfur dioxide. Okay, and each oxygen will be forming how many bond? 2 bond. Sulfur is having how many valence electron? 6, means still 1 valence, 1 lone pair is there. So sulfur is having a lone pair. If lone pair is there, dipole moment will always be non-zero. In this case also dipole moment. In this case also dipole moment is what? Non-zero. In this case also dipole moment is what? Non-zero. Why? Because the central element is having lone pair. Okay. Again we are getting NH3. In this case also dipole moment will be non-zero because central element is having a lone pair. Non-zero means some polarity will be there definitely. If I talk about carbon dioxide, so we have carbon dioxide. In this case, carbon always forms how many bond? 4. Carbon does not have any lone pair. How many sigma bond? We use only sigma bond to determine hybridization. What is the hybridization? We have sp. Then it is going to be linear geometry. This is the regular geometry. As I said, if the molecule in which the central element is having regular geometry determined by hybridization will have 0 dipole moment. In this case, oxygen is more electronegative than carbon. You can show the arrow mark here also. You can see linear geometry is there. Means you can see these 2 arrows will cancel out each other. Situation. If we have arrows like this, dipole moment is 0. If we have arrows like this, also dipole moment will be 0. So it is non-polar, means least dipole moment is there. We have option B is correct. If you like this video, please share and subscribe to the channel.